So Trisha, what kind of discrimination by your peers have you faced?
I didn't really face like too much, but like I didn't come out to them for the longest time. But when I did tell them my girlfriends, they were like okay with it. They're like, half of them were like, oh, we already knew that.
Okay.
And like the other half were like, never would have guessed. It's like when I always try to like deny it to myself, so I'd be like, no, I like guys. So I try to like force myself to like guys. So a lot of people were shocked by it. And my guy friends, the guys, so of course they got the reaction, oh, that's so hot, that's so hot. But I don't know. A few times I would get it from like certain guy friends to be like, oh, your girlfriend's ugly, or why would you be gay, and da-da-da.
So they would try to put it down, the whole idea of it?
Kind of, but I mean, it didn't really like get to me. Like I know like they're still my friends, like they cared about me. Cause like now they always stick up for me, like somebody says something to me, so.
Okay. Alright, good. Alright, so next question. How did your family react to your coming out?
Wow. Well, I texted my sister. I was coming home from a softball game, and I texted my sister saying, you know, I need to talk to you. You know, I'm gay. And she thought it was my brother. My brother used to take our phones and like send mass texts out, like joking around about it. So she's like, no, you're not. You know, you're kidding. And I was like, no, I really am though. And I didn't tell my mom, and my mom calmed me down. I was about to take a shower, and she's like, oh, I heard you have a tattoo, because having tattoos is like horrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And she's like, yeah, you do. And I showed her it. And she's like, oh, what is that? It's supposed to be like something for gays or like lesbians. And she always would say something about lesbians, because I like lesbians on my team.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you know what? I guess I shouldn't tell you this then, but I'm gay. And she's like, oh, you know? And she started bawling, and she was like, you're discrimination, you're disgusting, you're not my daughter, like all this stuff. And then still to this day, like I can't have my girlfriend in the house. She still will like say stuff to me, you know, you ruined this family, you ruined me, that's not right, you're gross. And like nobody in my family like supports me besides like my aunts and uncles and stuff. But
so basically they got the worst possible reaction you could have hoped for.
And like I went through a lot with it. Like I tried to commit suicide before because of it, and like I used to cut myself a lot, and I was really depressed because of it. And it made it worse to my mom to show like she really didn't care. Like I told her I'd cut myself. She saw the cuts on my arms, like my legs. Yeah. She didn't care. And I was talking to my girlfriend one night on the phone, and I was like, I can't do it anymore, and I was gonna do it, and I turned off my phone, and she couldn't get a hold of me. And so her mom called my mom at like 3 in the morning, and my mom came in the room, and all she was, Trish, are you going to kill yourself? And of course I'm going to say no, so I was like scared. Yeah. And she's like, okay. And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, she never took me to get help like she promised she would, like nothing. So I just kind of let it go. I just don't care anymore about what they have to say. So
now, right now, your mom and you just stand sort of like on a compromise, or you?
Yeah, I mean, like we have our arguments a lot. Like there's times where like I'll just like freak out, and like I'll just like go off on her, and like, you know, I'll be like, you know, a real mom wouldn't treat their daughter like this. I'm like, it's been over a year since it came out to you, and she always would like yell at me like, you can't talk to me like how you used to. And I was like, well, you don't want to hear about, you know, my girlfriend. Like if Christy does something nice to me, like sends me flowers or brings me something, my mom's like, oh, that's gross, and she'll like roll her eyes. So I mean, we try to act like normal as possible, but behind closed doors, it's not normal.
And in your opinion, is it worse to get discriminated against by the outside world and your friends, or by your family?
I mean, my family is really discriminating against me. Like my sisters and stuff, they're a lot better with it. They're accepting of it. But they don't like my girlfriend. They never met her, but they go off of what my mom say. And my brother's cool with it. He jokes around with me all the time about it. But and like he's met her, and he likes her and stuff. He's like talking to her and stuff. But
so your brother's the only one that you're like comfortable. He's comfortable with the whole situation.
Yeah, like he's the only one I can talk to really, which is odd because I used to be able to talk to my sisters about everything a lot. Now it's to my brother. So
well, at least you got someone there. All right, next question. How do people react to you and your partner when you're showing affection to each other when you're out at a bar or something?
Well, if we go to a bar, like we're usually at gay bars, so I mean it doesn't really matter. But if we went out with like my friends, we went to like regular bars, you know, we'll get the thing from guys, oh, that's so hot. But then some girls, they'll just give like nasty looks, or they'll say comments to us, or like if we go shopping, like, she was really uncomfortable with showing it in public.
Yeah.
Like, I was the one that got her into it, like, holding hands and, like, kissing and stuff. And it's not like we'll, like, stop and just start, like, macking on each other, like, hardcore. But, I mean, we'll, like, occasionally, like, kiss and stuff. And, like, we'll get looks. We'll hear comments being said.
Yeah.
And, like, when I was at Western, I was in the elevator with my gay friend, Barrick, and there's these 2 guys in there, and, like, I had a gay shirt on, and you can tell he's very flamboyant. Gay. And these 2 guys were in there, were leaving, and they're like effing fags. And I turned around and I went back and I just started going off on them. And I was like, were you referring to him or me? And they're like, him. And I was like, well, I'm gay too, so I take much offense to him. And they started trying to apologize, and like, I mean, I didn't want to hear it, so I just like started bitching, going off on them. So, but,
so overall, it's just more from the girls or from the guys you get more discriminated?
I mean, it's kind of from both.
Kind of from both?
I like in public, like older people.
Older people?
They give us nasty looks. Like you'll hear them like saying stuff and like they'll look at us. Or like we'll be out to eat and we'll be like, you know, like you can tell like we're having affection with each other and like people will be like staring at us and like half the time I'll just stare back at them and if they keep staring I'll be like, do you have a problem? Like I'm not, like I'll say stuff to people, you know, it's not right.
Alright. When 2 straight girls make out for attention at a party or something, I'm sure you've seen it, we've all seen it. How does that make you feel considering that you're a lesbian woman and this is who you are?
I mean, it does, you know, get me aggravated a lot. And I mean, sometimes there have been situations where like I have approached somebody who does it and they're like, you know, they talk to me like secretly and you know private and they're like, I'm kind of curious, like I don't know. And she's like, I never want to go to. I was like, well, you know, you can always come to me, whatever. But I don't know, it kind of makes me mad. So a lot of times they do it for attention. I know people are drunk and they do stupid things when they're drunk. But a lot of times they wouldn't do it until guys are like, oh, you know, kiss, make out. So I mean, it's really annoying and it really bothers me a lot.
Well, that's good to clear up. Last and final question. If you could, what do you want society to know about gay and lesbians and the discrimination they face on a daily basis?
That, you know, everybody's equal, like they're the same person. There shouldn't be like discrimination against anybody. Like, if anything, like I notice a lot, like, I'm not trying to be like racist or anything, but you know, some black people, a lot of people, they say stuff to us. And anything, they should not be discriminating against us because what they had to go through like way back and like even nowadays. And we're just the same as everybody else. Like, you know, everybody has a chance to be happy and like you want to like be loved by somebody and, you know, just live a good life. And, you know, like we can't do that because like we can't get married or we're discriminated against. Like, you know, people say stuff to us because we have our gay pride parade. You know, like, well, you don't need that, you know. Kind of do because we are not acknowledged, you know. We're always put down, we're put last, like nobody wants to bother with us, so it is kind of hard. I just want people to know, like, you know, we're the same as everybody else, you know. We just want to be happy, you want to like be able to be in a relationship, be open about it and be accepted by everybody, but you know, maybe one day will happen, but right now it's not going to, so
we hope it does. Well, Trisha, thanks a lot for your time.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being so open and honest with us. And hopefully the rest of the class enjoys your little interview here, okay?
All right, thanks.
Thank you.